of all, I'm proud of our team. You get in these games, you get in rivalry games, and you never know how it's going to go. You think, oh, the first quarter, that's just how it's going to go, and the game goes on. And it was hard. We were very, very choppy offensively in the first half. We were so inconsistent on third down and uncharacteristic of us. I think we were 1 of 6 in the first half on third down. We just weren't in rhythm. We couldn't quite get into rhythm. But defensively, we just kind of hung in there, and the guys did a good job of kind of keeping us in the game. And what's been indicative of this team all year long is our ability to come out in the third quarter, make really good adjustments. The team remained focused, and we played an awesome third quarter. And to get the 17 points, to do what we were doing defensively, get stops. The offense found our rhythm, and the guys just played tremendous in the second half. And so it was a great game, and then obviously to cap it off there at the end, a tremendous interception by Greg Ducray, which is challenging because WSU is going to keep throwing the ball at you, and it's hard on the corners because we had a good beat on what routes were coming. But it's hard to keep your hands off them and make your plays when you know what's coming. But it's a great play by Greg, and then the guys offensively going and capping it off and finishing the thing off there with that last drive. So I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of our seniors. As I just got done telling them, they chose to come to the University of Washington when this might not have been the hottest school in our conference or in the country to come and play at. We were talking about getting a new stadium. We were talking about getting a new facility. We were talking about where we were headed and what we were going to go do. And these guys chose to come here, and they came here and put an investment into this program for the last 4 to 5 years, and their investment has paid off. They're walking out of here knowing that this football program's in a better place today than it was when they got here. And that's a real credit to those guys and the work that they put into it. And I'm happy for them that they're going to their 4th consecutive bowl game. I'm happy for them that they've been a part of a team that's gotten better from 5 wins to 7 wins, now to 8 wins, and hopefully a 9th. Because those guys, they're the catalyst for what we've done here. And I'm proud of the fact that they were able to walk out of here as a winner their last time at Husky Stadium, because I know it means a lot to them.
Steve, how satisfying is this for you personally to just get over the 7-win hump and be done with that?
Well, I'm happy about it that you guys don't ask me about it anymore, quite honestly. It wasn't a big deal to me in that it was the number. I'm just tired of answering questions about it, quite honestly. But we're a better team today than we were a year ago. And a year ago, we were a better team than we were the year before that. Sometimes games go the way they go, and you don't get the call, or you don't get the catch, or you make the one bad call as a coach. But that doesn't mean that you're not a good football team, or you're not a better team than you were the year before. And, we're a good team, and we played hard. We've been playing hard all year. We've had 3 lousy quarters, quite honestly, this season. But outside of that, our guys have played good football. We haven't been perfect, but we played good. We played hard. We've got good leadership. And I'm excited about the opportunity to go play another game with this group, because I think that they'll go out and perform. They'll prepare great, and they'll go out and perform. And I'm excited for the future of this program and where we're headed.
Is there a tipping point this week with Keith that convinced you that he was ready for this?
Yeah, I thought he threw really good on Thursday. I thought he threw really, really good Thursday. He was clean, efficient, threw the ball with conviction. And I thought for the most part he threw the ball well tonight. I thought the first half, these senior night games, I remember Matt Leinert's senior game. We were playing UCLA, and he started tearing up in the tunnel. And gosh, the first half was hard against UCLA in that game for him. And I think the first half was just hard for Keith. There's so much going on. He's coming off an injury. He didn't play last week. He wants to play great. He was just a little bit off, and not so much physically. He was actually off a little mentally. And boy, he really regrouped there in the second half and did some good stuff. Made some great throws. The touchdown throw to Austin to give him an opportunity on that play. A couple throws to DeMarie, and then obviously capping it off with a nice zone read there for a touchdown run. So, it's been a great journey for Keith. And I think the last 5 years of his life are going to shape him for the next 60 to 70 years of his life. He's been through a lot, and he's been through a lot physically. He's been through a lot emotionally. But every time that guy, stands tall, and he doesn't waver, he never points the finger, and, we're proud that he's our guy, and we get one more opportunity to go take the field with him, and again, I think he'll play like he did in the second half, and just kind of build it and take off.
Did you doubt at halftime in your mind that he would come back with that strong second half?
I don't know if doubt's the right word. There's, as a coaching staff and as a head coach, you play out scenarios in your mind, and I try to do my best at that. Regardless if it were Keith or any other player, I'm trying to play out scenarios, and so it was just kind of getting the feel. I knew we were kicking off to Washington State. I was, okay, are they going to get 3? Are they going to get 7? Are we going to get a turnover? You're just trying to play scenarios at halftime. So you go out and put your best foot forward and go play a really good third quarter. And sure enough, we came out and played a good third quarter. So I don't know if doubt was the right word, but you try to speculate as best you can. And it put any of my potential speculation to rest. And I think Keith did by the way he played in the third quarter. I think it's just the emotional time. Like I was saying, Greg, when I took this job, that's the first guy I went to go see. And shoot, this program was 0-12, and at that time he was questioning, well, is this the right thing? When you're getting recruited by the Oregons, the Arizona States of the world, you could go do that. And so he entrusted a lot in me, and it's been a long journey. You talk about you're replacing Jake Locker and all the lore and the greatness that Jake did for this program. And then you have a tremendous sophomore year, and you come back your junior year, and you're fighting injuries, and it doesn't go the way you had hoped it go, and you come back your senior year, and he's having a great senior season. He's playing this efficient football, and then you get hurt, and you miss a game and a half of conference play, and then you're healthy enough to go play your final game. It's the Apple Cup, it's Husky Stadium, it's senior day, and there's so much emotion that goes into it that I don't blame him for feeling a little kind of just antsy or out of sorts. But he really did a nice job of being a fifth-year senior, settling himself down, and playing a nice second half of the game. He's a stud. He's a stud. I wish he'd get, I know you guys do a great job of covering us and building him up. He deserves so much recognition nationally and in our conference. I mean, the guy is unbelievable. He just 34 carries, over 200 yards tonight, another 40 receiving. I think he's over 1,700 yards now on the season. He's got the career rushing record, career touchdowns record, the season rushing record with another game to go. I'm glad he did it in 12 games so that people don't try to say, well, he did it in 13, he did it in 12, and now he can build upon it in the 13th game. And, he's a great kid. He comes to work, like I say, all the time. He comes to work every single day. It's not about the flash. He's never going to stand up in front of anybody and boast about himself. It's going to be about the guys around him and the process and his coaches. But somebody has to boast about him, so I will. He's an absolute stud. And I'm hopeful he gets the recognition that he deserves.
So you had to recruit Bishop, obviously, to come here and Austin. You have to go now to those guys and recruit them to come back for their 4th year?
I'll never recruit them. I'm gonna sit down with them, and that starts Monday. And we're gonna put everything on the table about the process. And I'm here, like I've told them from the very beginning. I'm here to educate them on the process. I'm here to be an ear for them, to what their concerns are, what their goals are, and we'll go through it. And so that at the end of the day, when they make their decision, whether it's to stay at the University of Washington for another year or to go to the NFL, it's a very educated decision. It's not emotional. It's not one that you're listening to some guy in the street tell you should go or you should stay or all that. It's going to be an educated decision so that everybody involved feels great about what they're doing, whether it's to stay here for another year or go on and play in the National Football League. And we'll get to that point. They're both really bright kids, and they're both. It'll be very clear to them at the end whether it's to stay or to go, and we'll get to that point.
Sarkis, of all the yards that he had today, it sure seems like that screen was a real game changer for the Israelites.
Huge play. Started the third quarter. We're on a third long, and nice job by everybody involved, nice job by the coaches at halftime. That was something that we had talked about at halftime. Hey, the first third and long we get, let's go to that screenplay based on what we were getting from Washington State. And I didn't anticipate that first third and long being the first third down in the third quarter, but sure enough, it showed up then. And we had been struggling on third down in the first half, and it was really good execution. And Bishop obviously made his plays and had just to really kind of grind it out the second half because the yards weren't easy. Washington State was playing tough up front, and but he just found his niches, found his holes, and